Hello. Hi. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is an enhanced port of the Dreamcast game Sonic Adventure 2. It was released in December 2001 in Japan and 2002 in the rest of the world for the Nintendo GameCube, making it the first Sonic the Hedgehog game released on a Nintendo home console.
I want you to think about the marketing opportunities here.
Okay, in front of the paper.
What part of supersonic speed do you not understand?
The right hedgehog is hard to find. New Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with extra 2-player action. Only on Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
Alright, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Sonic Adventure 2 is the sequel of sorts to Sonic Adventure. Well, it's more like a second, not really a sequel. This game is presented to you as a cinematic experience that literally opens showing you Sonic going through a city, hopping out of a helicopter above said city down to the streets below. Each level is formatted a certain way depending on the 3 character type. Speed levels, treasure hunter levels, and the mech levels. You complete each level to obtain emblems, rings that do accumulate outside of each level, animals and or chaos drives, and if you so choose to go down this rabbit hole, the Chao key.
GameCube.
The year was 2002. I'm assuming based on the year this was released. I don't really have a lot of memory from back then. I was maybe 6 or 7, and I recall playing the absolute heck out of this game all the goddamn time. Perhaps more than any other game from my childhood. I'd tell you for sure if it was, if I could, but sadly that info was lost to the sands of time. As you see, my childhood memory card became formatted. My bad, corrupted, had to get formatted. I'm about 85% sure I had like 1,800 hours in that game of solid gameplay. To be fair, a lot of that time was spent AFK while I was in the Chao Garden, as I went to elementary school. You see, my mom would cut off the console if she saw that I left the console on. It was actually this exact one. She would cut this off if she saw it left on. It didn't have Sharpie on it. I drew that on later because I'm stupid. So naturally, what I would do is I would place a sock over the console. Sorry if I got too close. I'll put a sock over the console like this to keep the little light that comes on here. It turns orange when it's on. I would turn it on, but I actually don't have the cords for this. That's actually a Nintendo Wii hooked up playing the game. I got it. Anyway, but yeah, I'd put a sock over it like this. That way they couldn't see that I left the console on, because my mom, she ain't got the best hearing, I guess. She wouldn't quite hear the console being on. But anyway, as you see, I would avoid my mom cutting off my console and losing all those hours by putting the sock over it, and bada bing bada boom, I get to spend quality time with my Chao while I'm at school.
En 30 escenarios repletos de acción o batalla erizo a erizo con tus amigos. Pelea para salvar el mundo o conquistarlo. Juega Sonic Adventure 2 Battle en tu Nintendo.
You see, there are Chao that have ascended past the level of a regular Chao, or Ranger Chao to be specific. You got the Speed Chao based on Sonic, the Knights Chao based on Knights, the Power Chao based on Red, the Basic Boy based on Chaos, I think, and the Swimming Chao based on an amphibian, I think. I'm just being informed that the term Ranger Chao has actually been updated. It has since changed since the days of my youth. It's now apparently this fucking guy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling the other Ranger Chao the Ranger Chao. This guy's not a Ranger Chao. He's just a Chao named Ranger. There's also a whole rainbow of other Ranger Chao, depending on which stats you put them in, which hero, dark character, or if you chose to kind of do it equally, neutral Chao, you could make it. They could either become dark, light, or normal, but we're not getting to the actual like hundreds of Chao wombos you can get today. That's another time, another video, maybe. Don't know. Especially when you add in the Jewel Chao from Sonic Advance, you can get some crazy combos. You could actually end up getting a partially off-colored, partially transparent, partially shiny Chao with selective pairings. But yeah, right there. Transparent boy, look at him.
Subject A, good hedgehog. Subject B, evil hedgehog.
But you see, there's another level of Chao. A Chao beyond that of a regular Chao. A Chao 3, if you will. Or just a Chaos Chao as they're actually known. So you see, these bad boys are the culmination of days, maybe weeks, maybe even a month or more if you're just lazy or you're like me and you forget to play a game for a while. Gotta make sure it's fed, it's watered, it reincarnates. Oh yeah, by the way, they reincarnate. You got to deal with that too. After a certain amount of time in the garden, the Chao will, I think it's like 20 hours or maybe less, the Chao will enter a little pink cocoon and then it will become a baby again. You have to do that 2 times, like 2 full lifetimes of it. And on the 3rd one, I think, you feed it one of every animal in the game, which, yeah, you get little animals and levels from beating bots and stuff. Yeah, these things eat animals. Like, you have to feed them live creatures. They consume them whole. No, I'm just messing with you. They actually just pick it up, get a little, like they, like, nuzzle it, and then they go, mwah, and they disappear. And then they, like, gain part of their body in some, like, crazy, like, alchemy mishap. Like, you know which one I'm thinking about. I don't want to say it. You then choose if you want to be a neutral boy, a good boy, or bad to the bone. But once that Chao has become a Chaos Chao, it will never become anything else. It's going to be a Chaos Chao, and it's now literally immortal. You can now leave your console on forever, and you don't got to worry about your Chao entering a gray cocoon and dying. Which, yeah, by the way, they can die. So remember how I said I like to leave my console on? Well, sometimes I come home from school, my Chao wouldn't be there, and I'd have to hit this funny little button here that says reset. And yeah, I just kind of take that L and then pet and make sure the Chao is loved and cared for and it knows that its family is here for it. And then yeah, maybe get in the pink cocoon instead of the gray cocoon, and I get to make it a Chaos Chao one day. Better hope you're not playing a modern version of the game with autosave, because that I guess would kind of defeat the whole purpose of me, like the whole method of leaving it on. Anyway, I don't gotta worry about that.
There is Supersonic Hedgehog Combat in the Nintendo GameCube, so give me everything you got. Give it to me. Go! No, hey, where are you going?
There are so many different things to do in the Chao world too, by the way. You got this little weird little school you can go to that has a black market in the corner of the front lobby, because you know that's totally well hidden. You can buy children from there, more Chao, and special fruits and stuff that you normally couldn't get anywhere else. You can go to the school, which teaches and trains your Chao and like stats and stuff, so that's cool. You can go to the doctor and get it checked up and learn their stats and stuff. I think you can rename them there. I don't remember. You can go to the principal, where there's a creepy statue. There's a psychic. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other junk. But yeah, there's a plethora of junk to do, even whenever you're not spending time hanging out near your Chao. There's also the karate and the races. The karate, you just send your guy in there, and then you have Zeal at the bottom, and you smash the A button, and I still don't really get how to do it, but I remember doing it. The racing was cool, because if you beefed up your Chao speed stat, you just watch him basically fly over everyone and just like supersonic through it all. So that's kind of cool. That's pretty much that, I guess. It's just kind of killing more time other than staying in the garden. Oh, there's also technically Chaos in the other levels. There's in every single level, there's a secret Chao. It's kind of not that hidden. There's like a little thing you get, and you do a little like whistle near it, and then it creates another path that takes you straight to it usually, and that's the whole mission. But technically there are Chao in levels too. There was actually a moment when I was a kid, I remember I played, had to have been a couple hundred hours of just trying to get this one Chao to all S stats. I named him Champ, and he was a pink Chao that was a Knight's Chao. I don't know if he was pink because he was Knight's or if I bought him as a pink egg from the black market, but I remember having him and raising him, making him great, getting him all the little racing ribbons, and he was my little child. And then somehow, someday, I don't know what I did or what happened, but I ended up deleting one of my older brother's save files on the memory card. Don't remember what it was, Resident Evil or maybe his Chao file, I don't know. And his response, because he was like 6 years older than me and I was like 10, he didn't want to just beat my ass, so he basically just held me off while he went to the menu and deleted my Chao save data right in front of me, gone. So I've lost all my Chao twice now in my life. Maybe I should not play it anymore. But yeah, I played this game a lot as a kid, perhaps too much, but hey, it actually got me to make better friends, become closer with the friends that I had, because it turns out they played it too. It was like 5-6 years after it came out. I was a kid, I didn't know, but I ended up learning my friends at the time actually played it too, and I was like, and we actually bonded and became closer friends, and I'm actually still friends with these goobs to this day. It's a great game.
This is Supersonic Hedgehog Combat. Good versus evil. Strong versus weak. Blonde versus brown, Hedgie. Go! Go! No!
In an odd way, Sonic games are a great mixing pot of ideas that the devs have slowly given to us over the years since Sonic Adventure 2. And they're never done trying to reinvent that hog. And for that, I respect and appreciate the Sega and Sonic team. That being said, I've waited over 20 goddamn years for a new game with a Chao Garden. So what am I to do? What are we to do? Well, Chadtronic has thought the same thing and had the same plight as us, dear viewer. And he and his team have actually been working on a great new game called Poglings, meant to evoke that same feeling the Chao Gardens gave us all those years ago. As you can see, kind of like a Chao Garden. Still TBD, I guess, in terms of when it comes out. But go ahead and pre-order on Steam. Also, not sponsored by Chadtronic, not sponsored by Sega either. Just really like these things. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. I might include some bloopers at the end. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want more videos where I just yap in front of a camera with junk that I put in the background. If this is something that was interesting to you, let me know in the comments what your favorite Chao was, what your favorite type of Chao was, and or whatever the hell you named that little bastard. If you have any, I don't know, just take a picture, record your Chao, upload it to your own thing. Let me know. Build your own fan base. We can do this together. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for being here. Comment, like, subscribe. Love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. And, yeah. I never know how to end anything, so... Bye-bye. Oh, and there's a whole crazy actual story to the game, I guess. So, I added some more shit into the shot. Let's see if it looks okay or not. Should I put a fucking light over here?
For a big load? Does
it look better? This is probably gonna get cut, but hey, let's see.